Hi everyone, Dark Wolf Gaming. Welcome back. And today we're going to continue on with our Plexchat for Beginners series. And in this episode, I'm going to talk about a few basic user controls such as checking announcements, checking notes, how to adjust your notifications for a particular room, how to make a Plex a favorite, how to unfavorite, and how to delete Plexes or get rid of Plexes that you don't want to be a member of anymore. So let's go ahead and start with that since we're in the Plex list of all the Plexes that I'm a member of. So as you notice here, I'm a member of several Plexes, but there are a couple of Plexes that I check quite often as compared to the others, and so I want to have them closer to the top so they're easier to find. Now, if I favorite everything, then that's not going to do me any good. So, what I'm going to do here is, let's say, I'm hanging out in Childish Plays a lot lately, and I'm very engaged there. So maybe I want to make him a favorite, even though I don't have to, because he's already popping up at the top of my list of Plexes. So, it's already up there. I don't have to search all over Tarnation for him, but if I wanted to, so let's say I'm going to go ahead and make him a favorite, just for example purposes. So if I right slide on that particular Plex, a little blue pin shows up, a blue box with a white push pin on it. I hit that box and he instantly goes straight to my favorites. Just that simple. If I want to remove him, same thing from my favorites. Right slide, orange box now. Hit that, and he moves back down to my list of generic Plexes, right? I don't really necessarily like the idea of using the word favorites because it almost denotes that I only like certain ones more than others. I think I would call them ones that, maybe ones that I use more than others, okay? And I just want to pin them to the top, all right? But that's pretty simple. So how do I leave a Plex? So let's say, for instance, let's say, well, you can't do it for Plexes that you're the owner of. Only ones that you're not the owner of, okay? So let's say Gaming with Nick. Let's say I decide I want to leave his Plex, which I don't, but just for illustration purposes, if I wanted to, so instead of right sliding on the Plex, I'll left slide on the Plex. I'll hit the orange box with the white X on it. A little prompt will come up. Are you sure? If I really want to leave, I'll click leave, and if I don't, then I'll click never mind. Oh, yeah, I don't really want to leave. Okay, so never mind. Now, if I made a mistake, or maybe I got mad at somebody and left the Plex, but later on we make up and everything, and I want to join that Plex again, I can always request to join it again, and we already covered how to do that, so pretty simple. So now let's talk about announcements, notes, and notifications. So the way this works is, so let's go to Nightly Nation here, and if you look, there's a lot of different rooms that I'm a member of, and what we could do here is, let's say I want to look at announcements. Okay, there's really a couple of ways to look at announcements. So first off, sometimes I had to kind of clear that to be able to show you, but when I go in here, sometimes if you look at the room, so announcements and notes are by room. So I look at the room and I'll see, so for public chat, you'll see the little megaphone icon, and you'll see who put out the announcement and what it is. Okay, so announcements are kind of things that You want people to see, get their attention. Hey, almost like a shout out or something like that. That's exactly what it's for. Tomorrow, office party, bring a guest. Hey, chips and dips in the break room, go get it now while it's there. Things like that. Those are announcements, right? The other way to check announcements is if I'm in the room. If you look up at the top, you'll see this little gray kind of looks like a pill with some little white arrows in it going in different directions. So if I click that, it will expand and show you this top box. If I don't want to show that anymore, I just slide up on it and it will contract it again. But I'll expand it. And then over to the left, you'll see announcements. Click that. There's the announcement. Over to the right, you'll see Notepad. And Notepad is where I want to have messages or things like that that might be important that I don't necessarily want to broadcast, but they're important enough that I want to have it there and not have to have people scroll up to find these messages and things like that. Or maybe they miss it because it's all the way at the top somewhere. And so I've got it here where people can look at the notes and read it and not have to scroll all over to find it or maybe miss out on it. So that's notes for you. Okay, so let's go look at another room real quick here. So Secret Dungeon room, same thing, announcements. Current mod is True Grave. At him if you pop an important SD or Secret Dungeon. So if you play Summoner's War, Secret Dungeons come up every so often that you might be looking for, and maybe you want to share it and let other people know. So you could do it that way here rather than just shouting in Gen Chat, and it's available to everybody rather than just a particular Gen Chat channel in game, right? Okay. Notes for instructions on how to use the room, pretty simple. And then also, maybe I don't want to have an alert or something like that show up, or maybe I do. So notifications, basically what you saw there was, if you look, you see like a little bell kind of deal right there. That is a notification. So I can either A, decide I want to receive all notifications in the app. So if I'm in the app and let's say I'm not in this Plex or in that room, maybe I'm somewhere else, but I still want to see notifications for this room. So I can either choose to receive all notifications or only from the leader, okay, or none at all. Maybe I don't want to be bothered. Out of app, so let's say I'm out and I'm sitting there maybe playing my game or something, Summoner's War, and I'm sitting there in channel 122, but I'm looking for a Belladon Light Inagami Secret Dungeon on a Sunday, and I want to know if something pops and somebody puts it in here, then, which, like we said, is not chat channel specific, then I can choose to receive those notifications for this room, and when it pops, notification is sent out, then I can see it. So I can choose to either receive all, digest only, so basically batch notifications. So when a bunch of, like every so often, the server will push them out to you. Or none at all. Maybe I'm hanging out, doing something important, and I don't want to be bothered. So pretty simple there, and that's it. So today we talked about plexes, how to favorite a plex, how to unfavorite a plex, how to delete a plex, and well, not delete a plex, but leave a plex that you really don't want to be a member of anymore. And then we also, for rooms, we talked about how to check announcements, check notes, and be able to adjust your notifications so that you can either get them in app, out of app, or not get them, or be selective and only get certain notifications. So that's it. Thanks for joining me. Dark Wolf Gaming signing out, and we'll see you next time.